We have aquaponic / hydroponic update 8. I know I said it last week it was 8, but it was actually 7, so we're back to 8. Oh, the tomatoes will not stop growing. This is the top of the greenhouse. As you can see, they are touching. But it's been 2 weeks in full bloom now, so I mean, in the past couple of days they've only grown a half an inch, so I think they're about to the end of they're growing. But we barely have any room to walk by them now. We gotta fold the leaves up into the trelliser. Flowers everywhere. As you can tell, they are pretty much everywhere. We actually have a couple clusters that are starting to form multiple tomatoes at once. And we have extra just stragglers all by themselves. One of the things we did last week was they were drinking right about 3 gallons a day. Now we're talking about 50 plus plants at 9 gallons a day. Or 3 gallons a day, sorry. So we went ahead and added this 25 gallon bin here. So now they have roughly 23 gallons a week. So I don't have to add water daily. It was a fairly simple switch over. As you can tell, we still use the lid to keep some of the sunlight out. Again, more tomatoes. And we're still running only quarter strength, or no, full strength bloom and quarter strength cool bloom. But the tomatoes, hopefully we'll have quite a few soon. This is 9 weeks from seed, and they are tremendous. You know, people say to trim off the little branches that come off. Screw it. I'm gonna let nature take its course. See what happens. So we'll see you with next week on the tomatoes. Come out here to the aquaponics. Our peppers are doing tremendously well. We got peppers all over them. Well, these two don't, but they're still taking root. It's been a while. We actually took a couple heads of romaine out. Ate them. They were delicious. Delicious. So them are still growing. The blueberry, it is thriving quite nicely. It's got new growth all over it. The strawberries, as you can tell, already have strawberries all over them. The broccoli, no, cauliflower is thriving now that I've buried the stalks down a little bit. We've added some soil over here. This is pink lemonade blueberry. That's a misty blueberry, crab apple, and a blueberry. No, blackberry. I'm sorry, blackberry. And my plan is to run 4-foot high lattice around this thing, and then run it, the blackberry, around the lattice, and then back around the top. So should have plenty of room to produce blackberries. Our cauliflower in here is still doing pretty good. Our goji finally started to root out of the bottom of the net pot. So it's starting to grow. Everything over here is still the same. It's got new growth every sporadically. This is new. These are all Chinese cabbages. We bought at the store. We washed them out of the pack, and then I split rapid rooters down the middle and wrapped them around the side and stuck them in the hole. So this is an experiment we're going to try. Same thing over here. It's only been 2 days, so they're still wilting a little. These are cabbages that I did the same thing with. And then we added 25 romaine lettuces right into the plug, right into the styrofoam. The roots can grow down to the water. So it's a fairly simple setup. This is the newest setup of it all. So, I mean, the strawberries in this tube here are doing spectacular. The airflow gets into the end of the pipe here, and there's this much of roots before it hits the water all the way down. So the oxygen to the roots are making them flourish. They have done 10 times better in the last week in this pipe than they did in the cooler. So if that says anything. The strawberries over here, same thing, producing strawberries everywhere. I'm thinking there's a little bit too much nitrogen in the water. Some of the leaves have been yellowing before they turn dark green, which that might be just new growth. I'm not positive. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Let's see if the fish will come out for you. You know, talk about aquaponics a lot. It's a lot of zen just to come out here and watch the fish eat, and, you know, stuff that you would normally do in a fish tank. It's wonderful. Plus you have fish with food. Food that you eat, consume. Part of life. Hope you enjoyed. See you guys next week.